Hey everybody, welcome back to another action figure unboxing and review, Marvel Legends edition. And today we're going to be taking a look at X-Men's Angel. Angel was one of the original 5 X-Men, along with Beast, Iceman, Cyclops, and Jean Grey from the very first X-Men issue number 1. Real name Warren Worthington III. He's the son of millionaire parents, or at least they were millionaires in the 60s when X-Men came out. They'd probably be considered billionaires now. It's kind of the same as Bruce Wayne and Iron Man, Tony Stark. They were both millionaires originally when they were introduced, but they're billionaires now because being a millionaire is not really that impressive anymore as much as it used to be. So Warren has gone through changes in the comics, most notably when he got his wings damaged and they were repaired by Apocalypse, but he transformed Warren into Archangel, which is personally is my preferred version of him. But I wasn't collecting when the first Marvel Legends Archangel came out, so I missed it. I wasn't going to pick this one up originally, but I decided, you know what? The wings look really cool. And I don't know when they're going to do another Archangel. I did pre-order the Diamond Select Archangel, but those figures run a little big compared to Marvel Legends. And it's not that bad when you're dealing with guys like Titanium Man and Juggernaut and Apocalypse, because they're huge anyway. But when you're dealing with just normal figures like Angel or Archangel, or say Reed Richards and Susan Storm, both of who I got for Diamond Select, then it's a little bit more noticeable. Especially the Reed and Sue, because I have the Thing and the Human Torch from the Marvel Legends, because I missed out on their Diamond Select versions. But I didn't really like the Marvel Legends Reed and Sue, so I got the Diamond Select versions of them. And they're both taller than Thing, so it kind of it throws off my display a little bit, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Hopefully Diamond Select will re-release Thing someday. Or maybe I can get one on eBay cheap eventually. Human Torch I'm not that fussed about. He can be a little bit shorter. I don't mind. Anyway, let's take a look at the box here. Angel is a deluxe figure, mainly because of the wings. As you can see, he doesn't really come with many accessories. He does have an extra pair of hands and an extra head. This is part of the X-Men. I think this is part of the X-Men 50th anniversary. Well, actually, no, they're 60th anniversary now for X-Men, isn't it? Yeah, that was last year's 60th anniversary. So this might still be part of that, although it doesn't say on the box, so maybe not. There's a shot of Angel artwork on both sides, legalese on the bottom, X on the top, and then more legalese on the bottom of the back. And you get more artwork of Angel here, and you get a little blurb if you want to pause and read that. And that is it for the box. Now I just have to remember which side I open this on. Nope, that is sealed. Yeah, that is sealed too. Did I open this in a weird way? Yeah, I did. I opened it from the bottom for some reason. I think what happened was this was my first Marvel Legends in the new packaging, and I wasn't sure which side to open it on, so I opened it from the bottom, because that's what I had been opening some of the other packages from. Okay, this one comes with a pair of trays. Got the wings in one. And then you got the figure and the accessories in the other. Very stiff plastic trays. God, that head doesn't want to come out of there. There we go. And then they got tape across the hands here. You know, on one side, I don't like the tape much. I rather they would just make the plastic fit the hand so it kind of like snaps in. But on the other hand, I know why they do that, because they don't want you breaking the hands or anything when you're taking them out. All right. So Warren looks pretty good. This particular costume is not the original Warren Worthington costume, I don't believe. I think this looks more like the costume he wore when he was with the Champions after leaving the X-Men. I'm pretty sure the original costume, yeah, they all wore those yellow and blue costumes, those matching yellow and blue costumes when X-Men first released. So yeah, this is more like his Champions outfit when he was with the Champions, along with Iceman and Ghost Rider, Hercules, Black Widow, and them. That was a cool team, but it didn't last very long, unfortunately. So this looks like the Vulcan body, I'm guessing. Like I said, I'm not the type of guy to look to for parts reuse. But this is the big and muscly body, which is, I think, as people refer to as the Vulcan body. So I don't actually have Vulcan, but I've seen the figure, and the proportions do look similar. He's mostly just red and white. You just get that yellow halo there. His name is Angel, after all. And then, of course, the yellow hair coming out of the top. This head sculpt has got a stoic face on it. We got that face print technology, whatever. So that looks pretty good. But yeah, just white stripe down the middle, down the back, along the inside of the pants, across the shoulders. White gloves. This part is sculpted, that part's painted, so it does look a little off. Especially since they used a thin coat of paint, probably just a single coat. And you can see the red kind of bleeding through a little bit. So that's too bad. The shoulders, a little bit of the same, although the paint does look a little darker on the shoulders than it does on the wrist. And then this is much better done. This is done much better, I should say. There is a little irregularity on the front of the crotch there. But from a distance, you really can't tell as much. And that's probably just mine anyway. So they could have used more paint on the shoulders and the wrists. And right here on the upper shin. But other than that, it looks pretty solid. Going over articulation. These are Marvel Legends, so he has the dumbbell with the hinge, which I like and I want classified to adopt permanently. Like, lets him look all the way down, and he can look. Okay, so his head is a little loose on the ball, but that's okay. He can look all the way up, which is good because he's a flying character. You want him to be able to look up like that. And he can do the Exorcist. He's got a bunch of tilt there. He can hinge his arm up just about over 90. Goes all the way around. We got the bicep cut. Double jointed pinless arms. Elbows. Horizontal wrist joint or wrist hinge on both arms. He does have, that's another unfortunate piece right there. They used white hinges at the shoulders So when you have them like this, it's going to show. If they had used red pegs, that would have been better. That would have... See, it doesn't matter here in the legs because it matches the pants color, but there it doesn't match the color of his outfit, so it does look off a bit, but that is what it is. He's got the ab crunch. He can bend forward that far, and put his arm down because his camera's starting to focus on that. And he can lean back about that far. And he can twist. He's got the hinge at the waist. No tilt. None. Zilch. Because this is just a hinge here. This is just a swivel. There's no ball joint there. He doesn't have drop-down hips because that's not really a Marvel Legends thing, but he can split out about that far. Not quite the Van Damme. He can kick up about that high. He can kick back about that far. He does have a thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Got the boot cut. His boot can swivel down about that far, or hinge down about that far, and hinge forward that far. He's got the rocker and peg holes on the bottom. For accessories, he does come with an alternate head. And this is more of a happy-go-lucky Warren. He's got a nice smile on his face. He's ready to go. And actually his, the mask is slightly different. You can see it's got a little bit of a different style to it as well. So not just a different expression, but also a different looking mask. Although his hair is exactly the same. So all they really did was... Well, no, it's a different sculpt. It has to be. Because this one comes out to the cheek. And that one's just a line there. So it's two different sculpts. The hair is the same. So they just sculpted two different heads. And then they glued the hairpiece. The same hairpieces on top of each of them. That's it. He also comes with a pair of fists out of the box, and then he also comes with these open hands. Just kind of one with two fingers out a little bit more, and the other was kind of more of a just a hand hanging down at your waist, kind of neutral position. So you got hand options if you want. And lastly, his wings. This is what people who buy Angel want to see. They want to see the wings. They want to see how the wings work. So, let's get these in here. You can see the peg set up there. The very deep hole drilled into his chest. So it's or into his back and almost goes all the way out through the front. So, it's very, very deep in there. And you just have to, yeah. I think that's in there. I didn't hear a snap, but I think it's in there. Okay, yeah, there is a snap. It's just not very loud. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I was wrong. It wasn't in there. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Okay. So, Angel. Now, I have the Masterverse Sun guy, or Sun Man. Yeah, that's what his name is, Sun Man. And his wings, I thought, were pretty cool. But these are fantastic. And the best part about them is, as big as they are and as heavy as they are, you can still get them to stand with not very much manipulation. And of course, as you can see, they spread out about that far. But you can also get different looks. Like you can bring these two in and have them look kind of like that. And then you can bring them in all the way. and have him like this. And they also hinged here as well, so you can fold them in like that and have him look like this. And he still stands pretty well, even with all that weight on his back, so that's good. See, again, although these are kind of touching the ground, so that helps though. It helps with the balance that he can lean on those kind of, because there would be kind of heavy. But even if you're just sitting out like this, he's still standing pretty well. And if I were to fold these back while they're up, so they're not touching, it's hard to get them to stand, these things not touching the ground or the back of the backdrop. He's definitely not gonna stand like this. I'll tell you that. That's just a little bit too much weight on the back. Yeah. That you'll need a stand. If you want him to stand like this for whatever reason, you'll need a stand for that one. But I think most people will have them positioned like this or something. But if you want him in a flying pose, obviously you'll need like one of those one of these type of stands. One of those clamp stands. And I think you can buy them at Hasbro Pulse. They have or you can get cheaper ones on Amazon like I did. I paid about the same for 10 as I would have for like 2 of the Hasbro Pulse ones. And they work just as well. There's also some nice detail to the wings too, as you can see. Like you can see the feathers, and they gave them a little bit of a wash to bring out more of the details, so you can see like the individual feather that doesn't just look like a big block of plastic. And then the feathers on the end here are kind of a lighter shade than the one closer to his body. They look a little bit darker. So the detailing is pretty nice on these. You can definitely see why this is the deluxe figure though. The wings make up for the lack of more accessories. And now that we've seen the Odin that they're coming out with, yeah, you can see what a figure looks like when it's deluxe plus has a lot of accessories. Though he's deluxe, doesn't have a lot of accessories, but has 2 huge hunks of plastic sticking out of the back of his back. I really hope they redo Archangel, because he sorely needs an upgrade. And even though I have the Diamond Select one pre-ordered, I will definitely get the Marvel Legends one as well, because I want them to scale properly with the rest of my Marvel Legends X-Men. The Diamond Select one would be a little bit too big, although I can put him with my Diamond Select display, so that'll still work. Plus, he'll still look good in my display until I get in Marvel Legends Archangel, until they redo him. Anyway, there's Angel. Good figure. Nice articulation in the wings. Can get a lot of decent poses out of him, I imagine. He can fly up to the sky. He's ready to go. Ready to take on evildoers. So, like and subscribe, comment down below. Stay tuned on Friday for the Giant Man and Wasp review. Yeah, he's falling over now. I used up all my goodwill with the balancing. There we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.